Yes, we are live, people. The YouTube scheduling thing is a bit weird, to be honest. I've got a cough. I just need to let out. It's very unprofessional. That's better. How is everyone doing on this fine Sunday evening, night, or wherever you are, time zones? You could be in Monday for all I know. You could be in the future. What happens in 6 hours' time? You could tell us. But yeah, how's everyone doing? How's it going? We've got Q&A. So if people have questions, I may have answers. I probably don't have answers. But I put a post up a couple of days ago. Some people ask questions. Can you guys hear this all right? Because it doesn't. Am I live? That's the real question. Is it working? Is it working okay? It should be. I'm on my phone. Everything looks fine. Notifications just gone out, so hopefully we'll see. Can you guys let me know in the chat if it's working? Can you see everything? Because on my phone it looks fine. So first question, what's tomorrow's weather like? I'd have to ask Google for that, pal. I'd have to ask Google, Zabi. You know. Well, why you got to ask silly questions for, man? Yeah, you know. Why you got to be like that, man? But yeah, loud and clear. Thanks, RC. First question, what's tomorrow's weather going to be like? I reckon it's going to be raining. It's going to be miserable. It's going to be bad. I can tell you that much for sure. It looks terrible. Dermon Smith, how are you doing, sir? If you are a sir, you know the internet. You never know. You never know with anyone anymore. Person. Don't want to get cancelled. There is a link to the Patreon page I've set up for my channel. It's a pinned comment, so if you look up there, if you can have a look, now or later, it's up to you. You know, I'm really hoping to push the envelope with the channel. So yeah, warning: your stream bitrate is lower than recommended. We recommend. I have no idea what any of this stuff means. I have no idea how to fix it. So as long as it's running fine, it's all right. That's all I care about. So if you guys got any questions you want to ask quickly, go for it. If not, we'll go to the post that I put up a couple of days ago. Going back to your questions, I think it's going to be miserable tomorrow. Like probably as bad as today. Probably as bad as today. That would be my first. That would be my prediction. I don't have the inside scoop from the whoever runs the weather machine, but I'm telling you, it's going to be raining. But yeah, anyone got questions? I have answers. Probably not, but yeah. Also have this not great squash as well. So there's that. Gonna stick with the brand I normally buy. The two brands I normally buy. Will Starmer stay as Labour leader? Now, that's a good question. That's a good question. That's a tough one to answer because there is the by-election coming up, right? There is a by-election coming up, and if he does badly in that, I feel like he's going to be in a very awkward position because he's going to look very weak, especially since he doesn't have any answers. So I'm not sure. To be honest, give me a second. Sorry, I'm distracted, and I'll go back to your question. So right now, Starmer has done not great in the local by-election, but we'll call that a tactical vote. He has to win the vote in the next seat. He has to win that. If the Conservative Party win that seat, Battersea and something, I think it is. The local MP, she's gone to be a mayor. I think she ran to be mayor. So if they lose that by-election, then I think he has to go at that point. I think he'd be a lot of people would be pushing for him to leave because he'd be doing a terrible job. So I'll see. I'm not 100% sure, but I genuinely think he's in a very dangerous position right now. Very dangerous position. So just my sister asking how long I'm gonna be. What about 40 minutes? So let me just reply to her quickly. See, that's the one, Batley, yeah. So I don't know, RC, if that answers your question, but I think he's in a very untenable position as is. I think if he loses another by-election, one or two more, I think he's done. I think he's done. He's offered nothing, no vision, no philosophy, nothing. We don't know what Starmer's about. We don't know what he believes on, the economy. We don't know what he believes on Brexit. We don't know a lot. So I don't get him. See, your channel is growing fast, but what are your goals? So goals are to hopefully build a studio and get like a nice camera set up, and just maybe do 3 videos a day. I don't know. It depends. It depends on how active the news cycle is. I don't want to do like random like nonsense stories or just pure speculation videos. So the goal is to get a studio and to go from there. Hopefully it'll really be Big Madge Studios at that point. But yeah, just to build the channel and just really see how far I can take it. I suppose that would be the question, because you never know with this thing. I mean, Phil, a different bias, he's got almost 100k subs, and that's wild to think that a guy in the UK politics scene can get that much. American politics guys have a bit of an advantage because there are a lot more people interested in American politics. So channel's growing fast. My goals are just build it as fast as I can and try and build something that's viable and educational, I guess, somewhere where I can actually help people, like to learn stuff, I guess would be the goal. Bring on other contributors, like people I've done podcasts with, that sort of thing. Maybe get some essays and articles written up on the website, and just make something that's really unique that other people don't do with their channels, if that makes sense. Zubi, hope that's answered your question. Zubi AA. Tories look likely to win Batley election due to a spoiler candidate, Galloway. I mean, if Galloway spoils the ballot, then that's embarrassing for him because he's just helping the Tories at that point. But yeah, even if Galloway is there, he's not that popular. So I don't. I think the Labour Party should win it. I mean, Galloway, what's he polling on? If you can check that, about 5% at most, or what's he polling at? I mean, Galloway's an embarrassment himself. The way he's acting right now, shocking behaviour from him. But yeah, if Labour lose that seat, then especially that's a seat we had under Jeremy Corbyn, I'd be very embarrassed at that point. And I think Starmer should really be assessing his position right now. His spin doctor's gone. The only one that's going to be left with him at the end of the day looks like it's going to be Jenny Chapman. So on Northern Ireland, how do you see the DUP disintegration affecting the Good Friday Agreement? So that depends. That depends on where the support goes, because with those sorts of those sorts of groups, right, it can either go more extreme or less extreme. So it could go more extreme, so you could, those kind of DUP headbangers could join more of the militias and stuff like that, or more of the kind of angry radical protest groups. Or they could go the other way and realise that they need the protocol and the Good Friday Agreement to work in order to keep Northern Ireland within the Union. So it depends. I think it's going to be violence first, and then if they realise violence doesn't get them anywhere, then they're going to have to cease violence and do something else. But if it does work, if they do get concessions, or if the UK decide to suspend the Northern Ireland Protocol, then it's going to keep getting worse. So the British government has to clamp down on any potential violence really quickly and make the point to the unionists that, look, violence isn't the way. If you throw a tantrum, if you start trying to kill people or wherever, you're not going to get what you want. So I think with the DUP disintegrating, it's a very dangerous situation, because it's better the devil you know than the one you don't, right? So it could descend into violence, especially if people don't feel like they're being represented. The DUP are a bunch of crazy people as is, but they do represent a core constituency, and if those constituents don't feel like they're represented, then that's a very concerning situation. I hope that answered this question, Glasgow. If it hasn't, then put another thing in and I'll try and answer it. Is it worrying who will replace him? This is the real problem. Me, I'll give it a shot at this point. honestly, I would give it a shot at replacing Starmer. I couldn't do a worse job. So, like, what do you believe in? Like, at least I believe in something, right? That is a real problem because there's a lack of talent. Andy Burnham's an option, but Andy Burnham is a bit meh. So I don't know. David Pakman's a good role model regarding his YouTube channel. I have a lot of issues with David Pakman. He's not great on foreign policy and domestic policy. He's all right. He's probably centre left. I do find his e-begging really annoying. Like he's constantly asking for memberships and donations stuff. I'm like, dude, please give it a break. Like, come on. Especially because he has sponsorships as well. So he's not kind of the guy I would like in terms of debating. He's really good at debating people. He's one of the best, I think. But at the same time, when it comes to just him as a character, I really don't like him. Some of his commentary over Bolivia wasn't great. His Israel-Palestine commentary isn't great. So, yeah, I just don't get the geezer, to be honest. Getting to 10k is a big hurdle. None of the British YouTubers have had a meteoric rise. The thing is, I don't know most of these guys, so yeah, I don't know how long it took Phil to reach 10k or Phil. Who else would you class as British YouTubers? Because obviously Max is living in Italy. Outside Views is in Germany, so I mean 10k is a good bet. I mean I think the channel can do it. It just depends. It depends on a lot of luck, I think, to be honest with you. A lot of luck and just the algorithm really helping me out, I guess. DUP support is going to the TUV and Alliance, but not, interestingly, to the UUP. So I'm guessing the UUP are the more violent ones, right? I don't know about the TUV, but Alliance are a bit friendlier, right? They're a unionist party, but they're not violent. So if it's the case the DUP disintegrates and most of the support goes to the Alliance Party, then we're in good state here. We're in luck. So Glasgow with Starmer, he just needs to give an alternative to more of the same. Tory with the Labour, more of the same. Tory light inspires no one. Yeah, that's true, man. Like Ed Miliband tried it in 2016. I think. Ed Miliband tried it in 2015, yes, and he got smashed by Dave. And you can say that Corbyn, Corbyn got whacked for having ultra left wing policies. That's fine, but in between those two, there is a middle ground there. You can talk about nationalisation, but you have to be very specific in the things you want nationalised. That's the issue. You have to be really smart in the way you message things. Talk about public transport, which is a shambles in this country, and talk about how you can nationalise it. That kind of thing. So yeah, that's I think what Starmer has to do. Offer a decent set of policies. That's what he has to do there. Took Phil about 3 years. That's a long time. That's a long time right there. Geraldine, you can do it. What, reach 10k? I wouldn't put money on it. Phil got 10k in about 7-8 months. I think it took him longer than that. I'm not sure though. Alliance is neutral. All right, thanks, RC. Actually, I tell a lie. Phil had a different bias for about 2 years before he suddenly switched to putting up a vid daily. Then his view shot up. Yeah, it's all about just being, sort of being pushed by the algorithm. That's the key, really. If you're pushed by the algorithm and you produce decent content, it helps a lot. Especially if you're hitting the SEO. As long as SEO is so important in the this kind of era, so. It just depends on how much luck you have and if people watch your content and actually hit the subscribe button. That's what it's about. Phil, middle class unionists, the Alliance Party. Oh no, the UUP, middle class unionists. All right, Fez. Bowler Hatman, Andrew Lambert, Truth to Power, and Graham Hughes. So Bowler Hatman, I've heard of him. He's about 10k. Andrew Lambert, I'm guessing he's the elder statesman fellow that people keep sharing. Truth to Power, he's great. I like him. I did have one issue with him when he talked about great MPs and he mentioned Jess Phillips. I was like, no, bro. No, not her. No, get out. No. And like he kind of, I think I mentioned it, not with my main account, with my second account. And he was like, all right, fair. People don't like Jess Phillips. And truth be told, I really don't like Jess Phillips. Sorry, I was in the bath and I missed something. Beginning of your stream, what did I miss you saying? Not much, to be fair. I was just saying I'll go through the post questions in a bit. I'll go through the post questions. The ones, these questions here. I'll go through these in a bit. Probably about the half past mark. When this at 9:40, so about the half past mark, or about the 9:25 mark, we'll go through the post questions. All shorts. All shorts are real G. I like all shorts. He makes me laugh. EU sanctions will give you a lot of content. Greetings from Germany. Yeah, it probably will do. I mean, this whole situation with the fallout. I've got a video coming out about the EU's possible legal actions. I had a bit of help from some people to do that. So thank you to those people. They know who they are. So yeah, that's going to come out on Tuesday. So a video about potential legal action or potential moves the UK could take if the UK take unilateral action again. Yes, you can. Are you Barack Obama? That's Barack Obama's slogan. But yeah, you never know with this stuff. It just depends. 3 years to 100k. It's a long time, Glasgow. I'm not gonna lie, but it just, like I said, it depends, and I might be able to make it quicker than 3 years. There's a lot more appetite, I think, for politics. The only thing is, I always expected younger people to join my channel, but that didn't happen. So I always found that a bit strange. Juicy H, hello, hi there. Darian, talking of the algorithm, everyone hit the like button, please. Yes, if you could hit the like button, that would be great. We do this not for honour, but for the algorithm. Let's see, all shorts. Have you seen Andy Burnham distraught of Scotland preventing movement from Northwest? Yeah, I mean, he's got a reason to be slightly annoyed, but I think he's crying a bit more than he really should about it. I mean, did Nicola Sturgeon owe him a courtesy call? Yes. But at the same time, like, she's going to do her best to stop the Delta variant from spreading in Scotland. Like, yeah, she owed him a courtesy call. Is he making a big deal out of it? Yes. Because he wants to look like he's the warrior for Manchester. He's, the champion of Manchester, I guess. King of the North. Sort of North England, if that makes sense. Daily Blaze. What? Who are they? Daily Blaze. Not heard of them, I'm afraid. Glasgow, all shorts is a gem, very different style from others. Yeah, he's a unique and interesting character, I'm not gonna lie, but not in a mean way. He's just cool. He's a guy, walks around with his camera, does videos, his thumbnails make me laugh. Indie Truck Davey and IndyCar are also good. I think I may have heard of IndyCar. I don't watch a lot of British YouTubers because I just don't. There's only a few I do watch. I watch mainly Americans because I want to know what's going on over there. Hi, Jussie H. Daily Blaze is a good man, absolute gentleman. I've spoken to many of these guys. Yeah, they're all good in their own right. They all have decent channels. They're all solid people to follow and see what kind of stuff they're saying. Let's see. What am I looking at? I'm not sure. All hail the glorious algorithm. The algorithm gives and it takes away. That's the key to the algorithm. RC, I have them on speed dial. Lol. It's pretty funny, Glasgow. Andy Burnham totally off on Scottish independence and Brexit. Yeah, he is. I mean, he is. He's talking about embracing Brexit. It's like, bro, you're not going to win a Labour leadership run like that. I genuinely don't think so, because most, I think, of Labour membership are typically, I think, younger, more kind of left-wing voters who are pro-EU. That's the issue right there. And I don't think he would win a leadership run. Have we got almost 20 viewers here? That's wild. No, that can't be right. 20 concurrent viewers. How many people are watching this? I have no idea. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, he's off on Scottish. He doesn't. The thing, I read an article about him. He was talking about how we have to embrace Brexit and we have to stop Scotland from leaving the Union. Okay. The Scottish people are more pro-EU than anti-EU, right? They voted to remain in the referendum and they see the benefits of being in the EU, right? How is he going to square the circle of we have to embrace Brexit but also keep Scotland within the Union? Like, that doesn't make sense. Those are two things that really go against each other. Like, Andy Burnham doesn't make sense. He's great as Mayor of Manchester, but I don't think, as the Labour leader, I think he'd do a poor job because I feel like his instincts are off. That seems to be an issue with him. See, Indie Truck Davey video on stockpiling got me into Scottish indie debate. 21. What's this about? Context, people. Context. What's 9 plus 10? 21? Genuinely my favourite videos of all time. So funny. Oh, 22 people. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. No, that makes sense. Sorry. I was thinking of that video. I don't know if you watched it. He's like, you stupid. No, you stupid. What's 9 plus 10? And the kid's like, I don't know, 21? Proper funny, that is. 23 people. I don't think I've ever cracked 20 people in a live stream before. That's pretty cool. Just going to mention the channel is on Patreon now, so if you look at the pin chat, if you want to check that out when you get the chance, that'd be great. I understand, like, you don't have to, it's not a problem. 24 people, what is going on? Where are all these people coming from? What? This is wild. Let me check the I don't want to check Discord because it's too public. Let me check on my phone quickly. But yeah, 9:40, so we've got about 20 minutes to go. So in about 4 minutes time, we'll check the posted questions. But yeah, don't watch the people that you agree with. Sometimes you have to watch some right wingers, so you know. Yeah, I mean you're not wrong, but at the same time, I do see enough on Twitter and things like that I don't need to follow any of the kind of Darren Grimes and those sorts of characters because they're just insane. Like, those are genuinely insane, and if they post anything stupid, so I want to post it up on Twitter, so I don't actively look for them. If that makes sense. So, you know, I get what you're saying, dude, but again, you know, if they post anything crazy, I'm about, you know, I'll find it on Twitter or something like that. So yeah, leave. What's the next question? Doing well, Madge. I'm happy about that, RC. Leave a like. Yes, Glasgow. If the people would be so kind. Hi, mate, and all the others from DK. Anders Eriksson, all over my channel. Thank you, man. Anders, is DK, where's that? Is that Denmark? It must be Denmark. Luke Master, prior warning, there is a possible chance of food shortages. Subby, that's the weather forecast. Potential food shortages with the chance of rain within the summer due to a decline of lorry drivers and increased use of hospitality areas. It's not just that either. It's there's a massive lack of meat production now because 10% of the staff are gone. Wait, DK is the Netherlands? Nah, you're messing. You're messing, bro. Nah, it can't be right. But yeah, point being is that it looks like food shortages are very likely. So yeah, you know, I don't know what more to say about that apart from the fact that we are in real trouble, especially as people get more crazy when they start eating out and stuff like that. So you know, I can see it happening. I really can. Resurrect Tony Blair is the Biden strategy of a familiar, trusted face. I mean, I don't think Tony Blair, if he stood in general, I think he would get smashed. Glasgow Kiss, he has a few jars on Saturday night, doesn't he? Arcee, what are you talking about, dude? Context, people, okay? I'm trying to figure out what people are talking about. Hello, Environment Gaming, my G. How's everything going? Hi, Anders Eriksson and everyone else from DK. Darian Diaster. You're telling me DK is the Netherlands? You can't. It can't be. It's got to be Denmark. It's got to be Denmark. It doesn't make sense to be Netherlands. Let's see. Is Denmark? Yeah, I thought so. Told you earlier. Yeah, I think he did, to be fair. Hi, all from Denmark. Hello, Christian Cruz. Your name is very similar to a certain German footballer who is cool as hell. Damn bloody needy Europeans. Okay, hello, Pierre Bloomer. The superb Dutch people watching. I went to Amsterdam, I think it's in 2019, before the world ended. It was so cool. I went to the Rajik Museum. It was genuinely the best experience I've ever had. Maybe one day I'll upload them on YouTube or on Patreon or something like that, and you guys can see my holiday snaps. Called in all the Danes as support. Thank you, Anders Eriksson. Not many people better to have in support than the Danes. Hello, Denmark. Hello, Christian Cruz. Evening all. Let's see. Tony Blair hated by left and right, absolutely. NL is Netherlands, DK is Denmark, I had a feeling. No food shortages in Canada. Give us our trade deal. We already have a rollover deal. The CETA deal is rolled over. We just have to come up with new terms, I think. Yes, he does. The air turns blue, lol. Anders Eriksson, is it, mate? NL is Netherlands, thought so. The Dutch are here to see if we need to fix England like 1690. Hello, Simon. Hello. Hello to my continental brothers and sisters in the EU. Glorious revolution. So we'll get to the posted questions. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep the live chat open on my phone just to make sure nothing wild happens. Because I do trust Joel, but, you know... Wait, is Glasgow... Where's Glasgow gone? He should be a moderator. He's not a moderator. Place pinned. Put using timeout. Add as moderator. Alright, Glasgow, you're in charge of making sure the chat does not go wrong, my friend. So, look, we're going to go to the posted questions. So, the names are going to elude me here, but we're going to do this. Tony Blair's a criminal, should be in jail for his crimes. That's a bold statement. I'm probably correct, though. What's the strategy on time to come? Any plan, mate? No plans here, my friend. I roll like the British government, you know. Unless you're talking about the food shortage. Frozen meats are permitted, so why don't the chilled meat... the thing is, Akbale, right? Frozen meat is worth far less than chilled meat. That's the reason why. Just like fresh is worth the most, chilled is worth slightly less, and then frozen is worth the least. That's why it's not frozen. The Vikings will come back if needed to the UK. Well, they might be needed. So this is from Crimson Moore. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I'm really sorry. Fair play. I hope the channel, hopefully it takes off for you, talking about the channel. It kind of has, to be fair. I didn't expect to get 2K. Audrey McGreedy, who's about on the channel a lot, saying congratulations, shows people don't trust MSM. I feel like MSM, the analysis is the main problem I have with mainstream media. That's an issue. Well done. You do some frank assessments, which I do, which I find good. Tell us a little about yourself, how you started the channel. So I've always wanted to cover politics for a long time now. It's just I never wanted to, because I'm a bit of an introvert, so I'm a bit insular. I don't like people that much. So that's an issue. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why it took me a while to get confident. It's one of the reasons why I don't use a camera. It's just a lot easier, I find. So I'm not constantly looking at one or the other, the screen or the camera. So, one of the reasons I started the channel is because, mainstream media sucks. And I don't rate those. I don't rate them, man. You know what I mean? Like, as simple as, I see the analysis come out of there and I'm like, I could do a much better job than you guys. And that's not arrogance. That's just to say you guys are that bad at the role. You're awful. You suck. And, if I have to do your job for you, then I do your job for you, So, general information education. So, I graduated a few years ago with an international relations and politics degree. How I got my channel started is basically me talking to my friend, he commented earlier, I don't know if he's gone, but I always talk to people randomly about politics. And, I said to him one day, I want to start a YouTube channel, and he was like, go on, then do it. And I was like, all right, then I will. And so I kind of did. And then, after a couple of years of me having it, I felt like I wanted to go all in on this. I didn't have much else to do, and so I did. I started posting videos. It took a long time for me to get any traction. I brought on my friend Georgia as a podcast guest. She was the first one I ever had, first guest. And I just consistently kept making videos. And it wasn't until I think January of this year where I actually hit 100 subscribers. It took, basically all year I got pretty much under 10, around 10 and around 10 views. And then I think YouTube tweaked the algorithm so that SEO becomes far more important. And, Brexit really took off, I think, for a lot of people. And that's pretty much it. The channel's doing all right now. Those sorts of things, how you're involved in the community. I'm not really involved in the community that much online. But stuff like that. I'm guessing you want to talk about inspiration. So I take inspiration from a lot of things. There was an anime I watched called Code Geass, which kind of made me understand that we have to get involved in the system, whether that's through outside the system through revolution and things like that, which is incredibly dangerous, and people will die as a result of that, or within the system. That's one of the routes that the character takes, and I can't recommend Code Geass enough to people. Genuinely one of my favourite anime all time. Metal Gear was a big thing that inspired me. We'll listen to kind of Snake's ending speech, which this speech really inspired me a lot, made me think about a lot of things. So we'll listen to this quickly. And my headphones are off. It's great.
Life isn't just about passing on your genes. We can leave behind much more than just DNA. Through speech, music, literature, and movies, what we've seen, heard, felt, anger, joy, and sorrow. These are the things I will pass on. That's what I live for. We need to pass the torch and let our children read our messy and sad history by its light. We have all the magic of the digital age to do that with. The human race will probably come to an end sometime, and new species may rule over this planet. Earth may not be forever, but we still have the responsibility to leave what traces of life we can. Building the future and keeping the past alive are one and the same thing.
You know, the kind of philosophy that, you know, it's about what you pass on to the future, and I feel like that inspired me a lot to do my channel. You know, people leave behind all sorts of things like diaries, and it gives us a big insight into that kind of era about what's going on. And you know, through, you know, like Snake said, the digital age, we can leave behind far more than that through you know, videos and pictures. People can really see what's going on in the world, and I find that really important. So yeah, you know, that my old history teacher, Mr. Vernon, I don't know, you know, if he's still alive. He's a person that, if he is, I'd love to see him. You know, he really got me interested in history, and that kind of tweaked my interest in politics, I guess, because it's happening. It's, you know, it's an existing thing that you can change, and there's those kind of things together that really inspired me, I think, to really get involved in politics. This is from Movie Lover Fan. I don't know if they're here. This was a lot of questions, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, we'll try and break these down. I did ask someone about them, but yeah, you know, we'll try and break this down a bit, which is, you know, inspections of goods between the UK and EU have hurt trade badly. Will the same happen with trade to Northern Ireland? So that's already happened. There was a shortage at the start of the year, so trade between the UK and NI did take a massive hit. So there was that. Will the DUP allow inspections, or will they will they protest, causing further disruption of trade? So I did find this article about you know, DUP minister. This is about Poots. Sorry, this is not about Poots. This is Gordon Leon. Sorry, I'm sure I read something about Poots in a similar story, but wait, the Minister of Agriculture was Edwin Poots. I don't know, but somebody here has managed to stop the construction of ports, so I think that that's something that, you know, it answers that question. The DUP are trying their best to stop it from happening. All the people who've been claiming Irish citizenship and getting Irish passports, allowing them to work and travel in the EU, has been through Northern Ireland or Ireland, or both. It's been through Ireland. You to get an Irish passport, you go through Ireland. And if it's through, so that questions you. I think they can vote if they have Irish citizenship. I'm not 100% sure. How do you imagine they would vote? I mean, I'm not sure, dude. People are, you know, diverse. You know, someone who votes Remain could be very different. Could be a Tory or a Lib Dem or a Labour person. Would they be supportive of Ireland or just prefer the status quo? That's another tough one. I think I'm not sure. They'd probably prefer the status quo, as long as, you know, there's no violence breaking out and things like that happening. Would they be supportive of Ireland, or would they prefer the status quo, allowing them to live? It depends how much they associate themselves with Ireland. If they just applied for an Irish passport because they have a relative, or if, you know, they genuinely believe in Ireland. Those would be the interesting things. I'm sorry I couldn't answer your question better. I'm not the right person to ask for these sorts of questions. I'm not going to lie. I did ask for help. I did to answer some of these questions, but I think you can vote if you're an Irish citizen. But there'll probably be rules around how, you know, how recently you had to go to Ireland. Chat's really kicking off. Reginally, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but yeah, MGS is great. That ending speech there gets me every time. Any tips from the 340 at Chepstow? I don't know where Chepstow is. I'm assuming it's in London, and I have no advice for that. Oscar H saying, let me help you on your way to 2K. Thanks, dude. I've made it. Why are the Telegraph and Express so successful speculating in the UK? I think that means that successfully selling. successfully selling in the UK? I couldn't tell you for sure. I think mainly is because they with this Express, it's not. I don't think it sells that great in terms of numbers, but it's really dumbed down news, and it really appeals to a certain niche within the electorate, which is rabid, Brexit, anti woke, and Tory people who hate foreigners and stuff like that. The Telegraph dress it around a bit better. I feel like they're the paper for the faux intellectual. To be honest, I feel like they exist just to kind of sate the people who are looking at a reason to bash foreigners, but don't want that kind of rabid, kind of vile kind of headlines from the Express. I feel like that's the reason why the Telegraph do okay, and plus they're backed financially heavily, even to the point where if they don't make money, it's fine. The Sun don't make any money, didn't make any money this year. They're still going as a paper because it's there as a propaganda tool. This is my cousin asking me to do a spicy noodle challenge or a chicken challenge. Maybe next time, pal. Maybe next time. I said to him I'm not going to do that, but yeah, maybe next time. Let's have a look. There was an interesting question I saw in the chat. Let me switch back. Where are you gone? So long. Paint the cow horns. Why is there so much disinformation in the British media? The main problem is the people who own the newspapers have a vested interest to have a population who aren't very intelligent and that vote Tory. That's the main issue there. The other issue is that the television studios are determined to do some sort of impartial nonsense where they'll bring on an expert, say something Lammy, I think he was, the former head of the WTO, and they'll bring on someone like Andrew Bridgen and they'll make everything look 50-50 when that's not the case. One's an expert in the field and the other one's an idiot. Like, that's the problem there. You trying to get a job as my business manager, Christian Cruz? Because if so, you got the job. It's in the owner's interests. Yeah, Glasgow Kiss, it is. Look at someone like Rupert Murdoch, a very rich person. His interests are to keep the status quo, to keep as much money as he can, for low taxes, low regulations. That's what he exists for. It's a sad state of affairs, our media is. Absolutely is. It's very sad. 30 viewing, 19 likes. I'm not great at maths, but that means you guys got to hit the like button. That's what I'm reading right now. It's a pretty complex situation. One of the big problems was publishers getting rid of sub-editors, so no one was there checking facts and challenging writers in-house. I mean, the issue is people don't want facts. They want feelings. They want something that's going to make them feel good. That's the main problem. Andres Eriksson, sad to say, but I really think the UK won't get a delay on the sausage issue. I think the UK will. I think we can get an extension because marching season is coming, and as some people may tell you who have much more expertise in the area, marching season is where tensions generally run higher as is, especially now when you've got people protesting and threatening all sorts of things. I think the EU would give an extension, but I'm not 100% sure. People having a private conversation here. I'll pay in fish. Hit more likes, thumbs up, folks. Thank you. Good thing the YouTubers are filling the gap. The MSM are not filling. I mean, that's the problem, then. It shouldn't be down to someone like me, who's just some guy using basic software to kind of deal with people who have producers and editors and are highly orchestrated to do their job for them. I can't get the interviews that these people get. I don't have the access they have. And, the simple fact is they're failing at their job. It's not a hard job. I think I've proved more than anything it's a very easy job. That I can, most of us are doing it on our own. We don't have researchers, editors, producers, etc. It's just us. Some of these guys have a camera and a green screen. Max has a camera and a wall. I have no camera. They should be doing a lot better than they are. It's a proper weird conversation going on here. The Telegraph is operating at a loss and the Daily Express is a financial nightmare. The Sun has just been marked down to zero in value. Yeah, and the thing is, you got to look at the people who own these papers. They're not there to sell. They're there to spread propaganda. That's the main point of them, as you're kind of pointing out there. The Telegraph, the Express, the Sun, all of these papers there to paint a picture of people that, the rich people don't like. The immigrant, the poor person, the foreigner. The one who just wants to make a better life, the ones who actually want social mobility, they don't want that. They want to stay where they are. They don't want higher taxes. These people, millionaires, billionaires, they don't want higher taxes. They don't want to pay more. So Tories don't care about education as it benefits them. I mean, they were told that they need to give around 40, I can't remember how many billion, it's 15 billion, I think, to fix education and really help kids. They said no. which tells you a lot. You need to know about the Tories. We'll go on for about 5 minutes longer, just a bit more, just because there's a lot of people here, and things are going great. Will you remember the rest of us when you're the next Jeff Bezos, please? Mate, if I become the next Jeff Bezos, I'd be... what's that guy's name, man? Dr. Octavius. That's the guy I'd become. If I had Jeff Bezos money, I'd become Dr. Octavius. I'd be wreaking havoc down the streets. No one would stop me. I'd have a private military. I'd have, like, cyborgs. I'd have all sorts of cool stuff, man. I'd be on a rampage right now. I would not be doing a live stream if I had Jeff Bezos money. It'd be crazy. Oh no, that wasn't directed at me. That was directed at Christian Cruz. Oh, that's funny. Tories don't care about education as it benefits them. It's true. What are your thoughts on John Burkow making Labour? Could he make an impact in the party? I don't think he'll make much of an impact. So I mean, he's more of a meme guy now. It's order. That's more of his thing. He's more of a meme than anything. I feel like it shows where the Tory party are at, but I feel like his political kind of arc is quite interesting. That he was always moving kind of left. So again, I don't know, Chief. But I feel like he's kind of more of a kind of liberal now, I guess. I don't know what to say, but I don't think he'll make that much of an impact. You also have the ability to being able to read and spell. My spelling is abysmal. The reading thing I can do, my spelling is really bad. GB News is illiterate, say, and that's the thing, right? They have a lot of money. Okay, they could easily hire producers and editors and all that stuff, right? They're bankrolled quite well, unless they spent all their money on Andrew Neil, which is possible. They've got money. How are you so bad? Like me, like Grammarly, you can get the free version of that. Word Checker is like you can get that on Microsoft Word. Like, I genuinely don't understand how the spelling and stuff is so bad. Like, I'd be embarrassed if my production work was that bad. If I get people who correct my spelling on titles, I feel embarrassed. I really do. And as Ericsson, man, we can't rely on the public press. We have to rely on you guys, which is shambles, to be honest. The only one that I actually think is decent is Channel 4. That's it. The rest are dodgy. Robert Peston at ITV, Laura Koonsberg at BBC. They're rubbish. Propaganda value is in the headlines and not the stories itself. Is true. I mean, we covered an article about some guy talking about the fall of the Chinese dynasty in his article. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about, pal? The faux intellectual. Let's see. The only 3 papers that posted a profit in the last year were the Mail, the Guardian, and the Financial Times. It's interesting, isn't it? The Guardian actually did okay, which is really surprising. The Financial Times, not surprised. That paper's hella expensive. And the Daily Mail, does quite well in circulation. Slightly surprising about the Daily Mail, to be honest. Yes, bless. Madge, guys like you and other YouTubers are the only people who make the effort to dig a little deeper. I think I would throw in the Byline Times and, the Yorkshire Times or whatever name they go with. They do phenomenal work. And it's down to people like them that actually do the groundwork. I think which one is it? Is it Sunday Telegraph or Sunday Times? They do decent work. One of those papers was kind of that kind of grouping within the paper. They do decent work. It's all we do is mainly second-hand reporting. It's just analysis. That's the main role that we do, because we're not on the ground. We're not actual journalists. And people, there's a massive difference in an analyst and a journalist. A journalist are people that are on the ground that actually speak to people. Owen Jones is doing more of it now, where he'll go to the constituency and actually talk to people. I can't do that. I could go around Northampton and speak to people, but I don't think it'd be great. Wow, we have like 31 people here. That's wild. Or 30 people. That's crazy. I think Burkow might bring some of the more liberal conservative names with him, but the thing is, they're all gone, bro. They're all gone. Dominic Greaves, all of those guys are gone. And if they do, if people like Greaves still believe in austerity and stuff like that, and they're into the Labour Party, it does mean that the Labour Party aren't in a great spot. But I don't think they will. I think maybe Greaves could join the Lib Dems, but again, I'm not sure, and that would say a lot about the Lib Dems. You can get an exoskeleton that makes you stronger. It's not superpower, but you can get about 10 times as strong. I would get, the spider webs. I would get that in development, so I can swing around the city, no problem. That's what I'd be looking at. Take GB News seriously. It's a dangerous propaganda tool. Absolutely, RC, it is. And the great thing is they can't spell properly, so no one takes them seriously. GB News had 60 million in backing. Very little of that money comes from British sources. Tells you everything you know. And with 60 million pounds, you can do, I think you could do a decent amount when it comes to production. First of all, I would not base my studio in London. Oh, almost dropped my phone there. I would not base my production studio in London. That's the first thing I wouldn't have done. London's expensive. I would have had it in Manchester or somewhere else. Secondly, I probably wouldn't have sniped Andrew Neil. I would have got someone else in. But it's not a great run of things, to be honest. I think they probably should have snapped up the racist former Tucker Carlson writer. He would do great work for him. Daily Mail makes more money through celeb clicks in USA. That would make sense. They do a lot of that, to be fair, celeb baiting and things like that. In any profession, there are numerous Brexiteer propaganda channels spreading nonsense about the EU on an hourly basis. They get thousands of views with robot-generated voices. Yeah, that's a bit sus, isn't it? Don't you think? Do you think they pay for views or bots or whatever? We'll end this at 9:50, guys. I know I was going to end it a bit sooner, but just get your questions in quick. The super chat option's available if you guys want it, but I don't really expect much. I'd rather you check out the Patreon, to be honest, if you get time to do that. Just have a look at that, see if there's any options that you like. There'll be some more stuff I add to it eventually. But yeah, UK needs proportional representation instead of first past the post. Before that is gone, no one can do much. I think if we see a progressive coalition, we can see you probably see Labour do well enough at the election to force through a change to the electoral system. I think that's the only way we'll get it, is through a progressive alliance. So the Lib Dems, Labour and the Greens will have to really work together in certain seats with massive amounts of tactical voting in order to win the election. That's the only way to do it, I think. Let's see. Got any more questions, guys? It's going to be about 3 minutes left. Then we really have to go because I don't have a studio. I'm in my living room and everyone gets annoyed about it if I do too much stuff because other people want to be in the living room. So that's a problem. If you guys prefer more of these talking videos, I can do more of these if you want. 'Cause I can do these anywhere really. So yeah, if you guys actually like these sorts of Q&A type, just live chat stuff, we can do that. Let's see, Geraldine. I watched a video on Rob and his comments on the Northern Ireland Protocol. Do you know what it is? Like, if I was a propagandist, I would actually try to be good. I mean, he already came with buzzwords: pragmatic, inflexible, purist. What does this stuff mean? What does this stuff mean? I don't get it. And you would know better than me that he's a joke. He's an absolute joke, and I genuinely don't understand what. I don't understand why anyone would actually listen to him. If I was interviewing him, I would show him the part of the Northern Ireland Protocol which says there's restrictions on chilled meats. Then I ask him, where do you want the UK to be more? Where do you want the EU to be more flexible? Because you've agreed to this, pal. You ran an election on it. You said it was a great deal. So what's happened? What's changed now? If you're going to argue about implementation and interpretation, what are they interpreting wrong? That's what I'd ask him. If I interviewed Rob, it'd be absolute pandemonium. Owen Jones for being a progressive alliance. I haven't watched his video. RC, I'm not going to lie. I'll try and watch that. Just have a nice night, mate. Thank you, Cruz. Hopefully I will. Thanks, Madge. Great channel. Thank you, Freewheeling. Livestream is great. If you guys prefer this sort of stuff, I'll do it. I do like doing the gaming, but this channel exists for people as well. So if you want more of these kind of videos, let me know. The protocol has no impact whatsoever on the constitutional status of Northern Ireland. This is made clear in the very first article of the Northern Ireland Protocol. Well, Rob hasn't read the Good Friday Agreement, so I doubt he's read the Northern Ireland Protocol. He's had a long time to read the Good Friday Agreement. Glasgow, you're asking for trouble now. I'm not going to read out your comment, but you're asking for trouble. Shuanix, shouts out to you, man. Until today, I also believe the EU will grant extension. After have seen statements from German Parliament, I am not so sure. It seems Germany and France are in line. I haven't seen these comments, but if that's the case, I'm slightly scared. Staying in the single market would be pragmatic. Even if it's temporary, it would help out a lot. Rob is another lying Tory, plus he's dense. Yeah, he's not very good at it. That's the problem. By the way, before anyone attacks Glasgow, it was a joke. It's alright, movie fan lover, don't worry about it. I did answer your question at some point during the stream. If you want to go back, or I can quickly just run back through it. We are running out of time here, ladies and gentlemen. You're holding the live stream together most excellently, Madge. Also, talk to Graham Hughes or Glasgow about getting on the internet radio station. I'll look into it. I'm going to be quite busy. Starting a full-time job tomorrow. That was another announcement I was meant to make. So I'm going to be pretty busy, guys. Best thing to do is join the Discord. So yeah, we'll go for 5 minutes then. Glasgow, can you post the link to the Discord, mate? Join the Discord and we can talk there. Let's see what else. Sorry, got here late. Don't worry about it, movie fan lover. 18, it's fine. Thanks for clarifying, Glasgow. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Craig. First time dropping in a live stream. Keep it up, no problem. If you guys like this sort of just talking live stream, I can do more of these. No issue. You can sort everything out, Glasgow, in the actual nicest way. You're the fairy godmother of all YouTubers. Yeah, fair play, mate. Congratulations on the job. Thank you, Christian. It means that it might go down, the scheduling might go down a bit from 2 videos a day to maybe 1. But I will be doing my best to post live daily uploads. Even if I have to kind of change the schedule around a bit. Hopefully I'll be okay. See, effect of the Northern Ireland Protocol is to incorporate Northern Ireland into the Irish economy. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't like that. That's the thing. A lot of people don't like that. Well done with the job, Madge. Congratulations. Thank you, everyone. Do you know what? I'll post the... Give me a minute, guys. I'll post the link to the Discord. No problem. 2,050 subs. These are good numbers the channel's doing. Do you know what? I'm hoping it actually works, because sometimes Discord can be really annoying. Genuinely really annoying, to the point where I'm just like, mate. So hopefully that link actually works, because if I click on it, it says it works, but then when everyone else clicks on it, it doesn't. It really frustrates me to no end. Was there anything else I want to check? Nah, alright, 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. Any questions? Shoot. Thanks for the kind words. Darren Starr. 2 minutes, guys. Come on. Got any questions? Shoot. Because, yeah, thanks for the live stream. Have to go to bed, work tomorrow. No problem, Piet. No problem at all. The link worked okay for me. Thank God for that. Genuinely annoys me to no end where people are like, it doesn't work. I'm just like, why? I'm only after your money, Glasgow. Glasgow, hide your wallet, lad. Hide your wallet. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of people here in the stream. If you guys prefer these sorts of videos, then I'll do more of these. No issue. Once a week, we can organise this. Got about a minute left. May I go to bed now? Sure. You are dismissed, sir. Truth be told, I need to go to bed soon as well. Gotta wake up early. Not looking forward to that. But yeah, everyone here, you're all dismissed. And my headphones have gone off. Yeah, about to call it. It's 54. Any last things you guys want to say, put them in the chat. Madge, thanks for the live stream. Great stuff. Catch up with you soon. Thank you, RC. Good night, Shuanix. The chat refreshes on my phone faster than it does on my computer for some reason. Don't know why. 33 watching on a Sunday night. Bloody good figures. Bloody is. Glad he's gone and got a job. Hope doesn't stop. Top. I get what you're saying, Joe. Hey, don't worry about it. It might go down to about 1 video a day. But yeah, thanks. I've got to check out too. Thanks for the stream, Madge. No problem, Joe. Hey, I saw your message. I can figure it out. Take it easy now, everyone. Yeah, about to end the stream, guys. I don't know if Joe Hay's gonna repost the message. You gonna do it? Come on. But yeah, we'll cover topics and stuff like this, kind of like Max's stream, I guess. I'll look at getting a camera if that's what you guys really want. A camera and some lights. Good night from Canada. It must be a decent time in Canada. Must be a nice evening. Anyways, look, we'll call it now. I've gone on for 12. I'm glad you got the job. Hope it didn't stop you from the great talks. Oh, hopefully not. I should be alright. It's just gotta manage my time well. That's gonna be the key. But look, we'll leave it there. Thanks everyone for joining. You know, we had about 31 viewers in the thing. Yeah, that's wild for the channel. That's honestly the highest I think I've ever hit. But yeah. Remember to like, comment, and share, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next stream.